right, looks like I might be live. Just trying to adjust my laptop a little bit to fit this cutting mat in there. And then let's try and push this back a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to work on this book tonight. I know there's a couple of sales going on and probably some other lives. So I think probably not much traffic tonight, but I wanted to come on and work on this. I haven't worked on it in a while, and the last couple of times I tried to work on it, I either slept right through the live, or something happened and I wasn't home when I was supposed to be live. So these things happen, you know. And then I was supposed to come on live last night, and I realized Curly was having her book sale, and only to find out that she's also having one tonight. But it's the second night, and I looked, and it was more than 2 hours in, so I don't feel too terribly bad coming in over that, which was not my intention. But the event was not posted in my group, and I looked, and it was more than 2 hours. I was never told it was a multi-day event, so yeah, I never intended to do that, but here I am, and I was already planning the live, and I'm not postponing for a third day, so for a second day into a third day. I'm just gonna go ahead and work through this, and if there are people, great. If there aren't, then I will just people can watch it later if they would like to. It's going to be a short session. I just wanted to come in. I haven't looked at the book in a while, so I want to look at where I feel like some of its faults are, and I still want to find a Bride of Frankenstein image. I had a postcard set, and I put it in a box somewhere safe. So I think I have some postcards from that may have the Bride of Frankenstein in it. I'll have to see about that, because it's one of the few things. I know this is supposed to be a Bride of Frankenstein, but the one I'm thinking of is the one, with the hair that goes, you know what I'm talking about, you know it. So I'm just going to, have a look through it and figure out where I would like to add maybe some pockets. I still love my little creepy string doll people. This is from Star Trek. Not necessarily Halloween, but, it's a little bit, could fall into the creepy area. We put the moon with lips on it as kind of a funny thing. Got a row of creepy kids here, which I don't think they were intended to be creepy, but they are. That's from a zombie thing. Yeah, just some fun stuff going on. Googly eyes. We got googly eyes. We got flying witch cupcakes, and those were cut out of a magazine. They're just decorated Halloween cupcakes. Fun. Some little stickum bats. Our vintage Coke Halloween ad. And then we've got our pumpkin gingerbread house type deal with a ghost from a book that I cut out. I had a book, I don't remember the name of it, but it had a bunch of these ghosts in it, and I used them in a couple of places. I'm thinking about adding googly eyes to this little pumpkin here. But I gotta dig out my googly eyes. And so a little pumpkin patch on the back. I will add small images to this as they come along, because this is kind of a creepy, but also a kitschy fun. So there were some stickers and things with googly eyes, and I'm probably not going to add anything to the movie pages except to outline and maybe do a couple of dangles or some little stamping, possibly, or add some small stickers. But I don't plan on putting any tucks, or I could do tip-ins from the edge, of course, but I don't want to cover up any of the movie poster images from that book. Hey, Rebecca. Oh, I went in a little while earlier, and she was doing the I can do this, the Reader's Digest, and I really don't work with that size, even though I absolutely adore the covers on it. I just don't really make that size journal, so it's a pass for me. And I just came back from the scavenger trip, so I don't really have the funds to be in a sale. If you're working and lurking, I know there aren't very many people in here. I think it's only showing 3 watching. But Curly is having a book sale. I think she said she was going to do some reference books, a lot of Reader's Digest. She did say some foreign language books, which I was watching off and on yesterday in between some errands I had to run. So I think they were in there. Hey, Rox, how are you? Hey, Steffi, how you doing? I know I kind of work on this year round, but I have been lax. This is my book from last Halloween, and I need to make one for this upcoming. But I kind of do creepy all year long. I'm a creeper. But I'm looking for, I got, Elf found this in Scavenger a while back, and I paid for it, but she found it. So it's a really big for a bulletin board. But it was $1.99, and there's I think 4 or 5 of them in here. But I thought I could maybe do some tuck spots. You know, this has flexibility to go multiple ways on the page. And then I picked up, I've had this since I started the book. But I thought those could be used, you know, at the top or bottom of a page to tuck in tags and stuff. And then I just wanted to do some tip-ins. But it's going to be slow going because one time crunches. I am in a pretty good mood, actually. I'm doing good. I'm dyeing paper, which is my favorite thing in the whole world. Welcome to the channel. I don't think I've seen you in here before. I don't know if you've lurked with us, but welcome. We are always happy to have new people in. How's that? I'm just going to cut this little hard corner off this rounded edge right here. I may have to run my quarter rounder over this again, but I think maybe I got it. So I'm just having a spin through the book. I could do something small over here. This could definitely use a little something extra, but I don't know that I want to cover up that with a big triangle, you know. But I could get another little tip in going on one side of it just so it's a little more fun. We used some Gamer Magazine images. I totally crunched this file folder, but it's okay. Now it's looking a little raggedy. We'll just run some ink over the folds and stuff. This page I left as is because I liked it, but this is a definite page where we could put in either one of the triangles or some of the border. I know I've seen some stuff coming in. I haven't been to any of the Dollar Trees here since we came back from the Scavenger Across America trip. Back to school and fall and Halloween kind of hit all at the same time. And then shortly thereafter, I don't even think you get to the end of September, and Christmas starts barfing all over everything. Not that I don't like Christmas, but I do not like to see it in September. I'm not a Christmas year-round kind of person, although I know plenty of people who are. And if you are, I'm not insulting you. Psycho House. Squirrel brain. Hey, Mousy, how are you? Welcome, welcome. It is awesome to see you. So yeah, not going to do anything with these pages except maybe do some outlining as soon as I find my freaking Posca pens. I think I know where they are. So hopefully by the next time I work on this. I'm still in love with the butternut squash on this page, as ridiculous as this is. So this is a combo, kitschy cute, creepy Halloween, nostalgia, and then it had just for chits and giggles, I threw in just some fun fall stuff, and I associate butternut squash with fall. Love me some butternut squash. But yeah, I'll be looking for some leaf garlands or just some packages of the fall foliage. I need to scoop up some more googly eyes. This is a famous painting about possession or nightmares. I can't remember which at the moment. But yeah, we had a lot of fun harvesting these. And I want to get another one started because I don't consider this one done. But I don't want to work exclusively in a book where I can only do bits and pieces. I want to be able to nail down some new stuff, you know. I want to get some backgrounds done. So I think I saved enough from last year's Halloween colors from the paper packs that I probably have enough file folders to create a new one. Oh, that's okay if you slip off to Sleepy Town. I feel like I do that to a lot of people. I just babble and eventually they fall asleep. And I love the arch cat with the orange in there. That is out of a Halloween craft book. This is I shrank down a print I bought because it's just for my use. I'm not selling this book or selling the image of an artist off of Etsy. I love his work. He's got some really fun stuff. And this is from that one Halloween book where I harvested most of the stuff. The alien stuff was in there too. It's this book. It's the book that I got. The image that one of the images I'm going to put on the cover. The You Can't Scare Me book. A lot of this this stuff, these people, this ghost. Let's see. This image. These here came from in there. So a lot of the stuff came out of this You Can't Scare Me book, which was a veritable gold mine of stuff. This is one of my favorites, and we're going to start a new one soon for this coming year. But I wanted to do a flip through, and then I want to add in a couple of things. I got this girl out of a magazine, and it was for a fashion thing, but she's kind of creepy, so I want to trim up this part of it here, the fussy cutting part. And I want to make her into a tag or something to put in the book to tuck it in. She's just kind of creepy, you know. So I thought it would be fun. This is one of my favorite ones to work on because it hits so many areas of the creepy, kitschy, Halloween, fall. I do want to do one that's like this, but I also want to do one that's just totally creeper, you know. Thought it might be fun to do that. I need to glue down a couple of corners, which I won't do on screen, you know. I use glue stick for a lot of this, but I'll fix any that are lifting with the permanent glue. And this is our work in progress, our eyeball page, which I still think we can add a few eyeballs to, but it's looking pretty good to me. When I look at it, let me put this part down because it's creating some glare. Let's see. Get the light put down. I'm thinking on camera, because I always like look on camera because it's a whole different kind of view. I'm kind of liking the way it worked out. Just enough big eyeballs to make it fun and interesting. And then lots and lots of small ones that scream, somebody's a little obsessed. So, but I think it could still come in a little bit more. I don't want to come in too much further into any of the big eyeballs, but I think I can squeeze in even smaller ones into the medium-sized ones, basically, is what I'm going for, which will be tedious, so I'll do it in small little. This is Curly's fault. The eyeball page is totally Curly's fault. But I think it kind of does, like, you know, that kind of obsessive thing. This is a Day of the Dead page out of that book we had that was about burial practices. And I couldn't do anything but add this lovely piece by Tina to, I love the scared scarecrow. He makes me so happy. This page we weren't done with. This was one of Kim O's painty papers, which I'm in love with. It has a little bit of a universe feel. But as I flipped to it and I thought I was going to add more to it, I think I might just go ahead and nail these down and maybe put one of the triangles on here and tuck something in. So it could go here or it could go over here. But I think that maybe, or even over here, I could do it over here. Add it because it's cut out, I think. I don't think there's a white. Let's just open it and find out what's going on here. Yes. Come in.
Food.
Food?
Food.
Is that food? Okay.
And the hordes have already been.
They've already been through the line once? Okay.
Yes. So
I'll come and stay.
safe.
I'll
It's
come
safe.
I won't. I keep my hands and feet inside the cart at all times.
Well, it's safe right now because the horde has been fed.
Okay. I'll come and claim my food. Give me a second. Yes.
I didn't know what you had ordered. I know you like your hot dogs a little more charbroiled. I didn't, but the grill's still hot enough if you want.
Oh, it's fine. No, over there cooked just fine.
All right.
Thank you. You guys will bear with me for a second. I'm going to go claim my food. Okay, so it's not a cutout, so you won't be able to see through it. I thought maybe you could see through that, but you can't. But there's still enough room to put one here or here. And I love the big hairy spider. But look, there's some that look like bats. Ooh, some polka dotty ones. What else do we have? Oh, and then some chevron. Okay, so let me go claim my food real quick. I will be right back. And talk amongst yourselves or toggle between screens, whatever you need to do. I will be right back. All right. I have my food for after the live now. The minions will not be able to steal my dinner. Okay. Where were we? Hey, Renee. Sorry, I had to go out of the room for a second and claim my food before the menacing hordes of grandkids. Elsa Mike's grandkids. I still need a creepy kid for right here. Hope you're doing well, Renee. So, there's our big, tall, creepy guy with our little kids from the book page. This is an unfinished page still. I need something to go with my big bug. And then these are some more of our extraterrestrial pages. More movie posters, a big skull. More alien pages because we just had so many alien images. Still not a fan of this fall one. Need to figure out something to do around it. I think probably just words. And I keep saying that and then forgetting to get words. This is another fall page. I like the wolves. This is from an ad, I think for allergies or something. I like the wolves with the human baby. And then we've got our skeletal couple, our Japanese cemetery, and our weird mask guy. Thanks, Renee. This is the one from last Halloween. So I think let's go right back here to the place where we thought we could put this page here. So let's go ahead and nail these down all the way. So I just had them tacked in. Of course, now they're really tacked in, but that's okay. I'm going to ink the edges on this, and then we're going to go ahead and put those down. Hey, Lovely's Crafting Lodge, Jacqueline, how are you doing? I love your Instagram. I love all of your pages that you dye. They are awesome. It's always fun to see how other people do it and to see if, it's like trading ideas. You've given me some inspiration to try out a couple of new things with my own dyeing coming up here real soon. If you guys don't know, she's got an amazing Instagram. And I think, do you have an Etsy store too? Am I recalling that right? Right? I love that kind of stuff. And somebody sent me as a Happy Mail last year a bunch of Halloween magazines, but they're like newsprint pages. I can't wait to dye them. I've been reading through some of them, before I dismantle them and make them into fun things. Okay, so there is our super huge spider and our doors with doors. So we're going to put that kind of right there. And we'll go ahead and use some real glue. You do have Etsy too? Okay. Hi, Carla. How are you? Welcome, welcome. I'm going to make you a moderator briefly, Jacqueline, if you would like to put in the link for your shop and your, the next time you type, you should be blue. And you can post a link to your Instagram, your Etsy, both, your YouTube channel, whatever you want. And then once you've done that, I'll remove you from moderator status just so you can get your links out there to everybody. And what I do with that glue? Oh, there it is. There's the glue. And Carla sees Renee. Hey, JD, I didn't see you come in. Hello, hello. Now, why aren't you blue? You should be blue. All right. So, yeah, we like to share, if we can, other people's links. I love her Instagram. I'm so bad about stuff, but I do go to Instagram regularly. And she posts pretty often, so she's always got stuff in the works. I suck at posting. I need to get better at it. But she does inspire me to try new things and to maybe get on Instagram a little bit more often than I do. It is a great way to show what you're working on. And ferrets are good. Yes, ferrets are good. Okay, so there's her link tree link, which will take you to everything she does. Instagram, probably her YouTube, Facebook, and Etsy should all be in there. I encourage you to at least go over and check it out. It might not ultimately be your cup of tea, but you won't know until you check it out. And I love to follow people on Instagram. It's a great way to get like little bite-sized pictures of what people are up to and how they live their lives and stuff. So I'm hoping to get a little better at it myself. So we're going to put that one a little bit off kilter there. There we go. And then I think we'll take one of these. Let me use the edge of my scissors to just press this down a little bit. So I'll be on for about an hour or so tonight. I'm not looking to marathon it. I thought I'd just come on. Because the last few times I've tried to do this, I've either been asleep, out of the house, or some other shenanigans has come up. that kept me from getting live. And I really need to get back into the habit. When they don't get their raisins, they get grumpy. Oh my goodness. Ferrets like raisins? Okay, so let's see. What pattern do I want? That would be upside down if I put that there. So, or chevrons. I think I like the chevron for here. So let's use a chevron for now. You don't like raisins, Carla? Oops, we only need one. One for now. So I'm just going to put a little glue along the bottom, and I'm going to use this kind of as a tuck spot for a tag that we're going to make. And I need to get on the hop, on the ball, and get a little bit more. I didn't see any need to edge this because it's black. So let's just keep my fingers down on that for a little while. They like the raisins over the chicken treats now. Fickle, fickle ferrets. We like this. We like that. I like oatmeal raisin cookies. I'm not a super huge fan of raisins on their own, which I'm going to blame on the show Creep Show, because they did one of those one time that had a guy who was like a super germaphobe, and he lived in a sterile environment. And then he was pouring out Raisin Bran, and he started eating it, and there was bugs in it instead of raisins, and that kind of put me off raisins by themselves for a while. Obviously, it's still with me. But I do like oatmeal raisin cookies. They're my favorite. The mob is fickle. I boo noodles, those freeze-dried chicken treats. Aww. Carla's a good pet mama. Look at that. I made glue stick right there. Oopsie. Got glue on my fingers. Okay. So let's see. So we'll be able to see. Let's see, what size tag should we do? I pulled some tea-dyed cardstock out of my stash. So maybe let's do this piece. I like the effects on that. Gonna maybe just do a little squarish type tag, I think from this corner here. So let me just cut off a little bit of that. Cut it down a little bit. A little bit more than that right there. Okay, now what did I do with my corner rounder? There it is. I only like the cookies when I anticipate them, not when I eat them. That makes me feel deceived. I wonder who her favorite character was. Mine is Rizzo. On the Muppets? Are we talking about the Muppets? Some are loving it at the pool. And I do like raisins in oatmeal, but I have to be the one to put them in there. If you put raisins in my oatmeal and serve it to me, I cannot. I can't even. Just saying. And we'll do both sides with the edging because the back could be for journaling, although this is technically not a journal. It's just a book of pictures. And I'll be adding in some more words. All right. So far, now we need a picture for that, right? But for right now, we'll just stick it right there. And I could actually do two, right? Let's see. Let's do a slightly fatter tag. Let's see. Yeah, that's about similar. So I'll just tuck those in there for now, and then I will come back when I've got more images. Let's see. Round the edges again. Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying now. Thinking you're biting into a chocolate chip cookie and getting a raisin cookie snot. No bueno. Chocolate chip is too sweet for me. That's an age thing. I used to love chocolate chip, but now I find some things are too sweet for me. But, you know, if I were thinking I was eating an oatmeal raisin cookie and all of a sudden it was chocolate chip, I would feel just a little bit unhappy about that. Oh, I do a good deep purple when I really work on it. Although my lavender didn't come out too bad, I don't think. I thought that came out pretty nice. And then we had that big deep purple oopsie pack in the last sale. And that was super dark purple. Gotten lucky with some of those batches. They've come out quite fun. Okay, so I don't have the images just yet, but I'm trying to get an idea of like how much more work in this book. So let's look for other places we could make borders or tuck spots. This one I'm not sure yet because I haven't finished looking for images to go with it. This one still needs something for the aliens up there. Okay, so this one I thought, do I want to add, hey, there went the scissors. Do I want to add some of this up there and then tuck something in? Because that is just a big, I love the skull and I don't want to add anything to it. But I could tuck something in here. So I think, yes, I think I'm going to take some of these out. Jacqueline. And JD's got a sweet tooth. Oops, hold on. Well, that's chocolate chips. It's the same reason why I like the dark chocolate Milky Ways in the mini size. Because, and I can't have those till it cools down now. It's too hot to order that. It'll come in as a pile of goo. Because I can eat it slowly and it's not a super huge candy bar. And the dark chocolate keeps it from being too sweet all at once. But I find now that a lot of things, like I can't really do Starbucks anymore. I was sad to discover that on the trip. So let's see. So that does go down to there. So let's get right here and fold that so we can trim it. I'm just gonna stick that right in my paper trimmer. Ooh, right there. Okay. So I think we're going to put that right there. And then we can tuck in like a big card in there. And then behind it will be the skeleton. I get weak if I don't eat enough. Oh, JD, there you go. Maybe it was just bad water. Hey, Michelle Noel, how are you? We saw Rogerio in here. Not last. Yeah, maybe it was last. No, not. I didn't go live the night before on Friday night. No, Thursday night. I'm so good. Yeah, Thursday night. Where you smell candies. I don't remember that, Jacqueline. That sounds quite disgusting. But I guess that is it's a leap of faith right there. Okay, what I dropped a pair of scissors and oh, there they are. I see I just don't want to step on them. Okay, we need the glue back. Where's the glue? So right now we're just, oops, I should ink the edges on this probably. At least where I cut them. Maybe I had a gross baby shower. You know, there's a lot of trust involved right there. That's fun, though. Get you prepared for smelling diapers to see what's in there. Is it just wet, or do I need to brace myself? Right? Because baby poo after the first little bit when they're newborns can be quite disgusting. Okay, why do I keep trying to put that glue away? I'm going to use it. Okay. So we're just going to put a light little bead of glue on here. I bet. I can only... Does it still smell good, though? I love the little mini ones that come naked, the tiny, tiny ones. I put those in the fridge like the mini York peppermint patties. I clearly have a chocolate addiction, even though I can't eat much of it at once. I do love my candy. Not gonna lie. I was just talking to somebody about this the other night. The baby food bananas, I actually really like those. I know that's not right. It's very wrong. But I'm telling you the truth. I like the baby food bananas. I needed baby food jars to store something in. He was like, he was going to go to the store and just buy some random baby foods in the sizes he needed. I'm like, if they have bananas, get bananas. She looked at me funny. I'm like, what? I like those. It was actually one of the few baby foods she would eat. She went straight from a bottle to regular people food. I could feed her a little bit of rice cereal with stuff in it, or mixed in with her formula to make it a little more substantial. But she went straight from the bottle to people food. She wanted what was on our plates, and she was not having any substitutes. That's all I'm saying. Okay, JD. I add baby carrots to my pasta sauce. Oh, I can't even imagine. I can only imagine, because I know exactly what they look like when they get squishy. Like, I've left them in the heat too long because we live in the desert, you know. And I need to trim this up just a smidge. It's a little bit longer than the page it's on. But I've just never seen it in a baby. But imagine what it looked like in the package all melted. It looks exactly like baby shit now that I'm thinking about it. Now there's an image that'll stick with me for a little while. Okay, let's round that corner off as well, and then let's ink that little corner again, because that's how we do it. Okay, hit up both sides there. Okay, where'd the lid go? Oh, okay. Yes, thank you. You got all the links you wanted posted? Okay, let's go ahead and do that. There you go. Next thing you type should not be in blue anymore. If it all worked. Sometimes it takes a minute to take effect. Thank you for reminding me. I can be very absent-minded, and I like a couple little small tip-ins like this. This one here, which you probably can't see. I need to move this glass of water before I dump it over. This one right here. Like a couple more like that. Okay, so now we've put the pocket on, and I think the edges are nice and stuck down. Let me push this back a little bit, and we'll run a scissors edge over it just to make sure. I'm not too worried about the glue. It will dry clear. But I don't want to put something in the pocket and have it just smooth all the way right through it. Oh, all right, Jacqueline. We don't want to leave you blue then. Well, but like the ones with peanut butter and nuts in them, a little extra gross if you think about it. That whole up, no, yeah, I've heard. I lived in Columbus, Ohio for a little while. They do love to embroider gold O's on, white O's on stuff. It is a thing. Okay, let's see. What should we do? Oh, look at that one. I like the effect on that one. Let's make that into like a half page. We're just going to wing it, not measuring anything. But we will, so let's round some edges to start. We're kind of just roughing and stuff we'll work on in future weeks, because I have not been getting my fill of creepy. I am about to embark on a giant journaling odyssey. Not big journals, but I have a series of journals I want to make that are similar but not the same. I have some books picked out and some fabric that just screams fall to me. So it'll be kind of a fall and a Halloween thing all at once that I would like to have done by the end of August or the early part of September for my Etsy shop. I think they will be fun. Nestle Crunch, right? Satan's slave. Okay, so these will need holes at some point if I'm making them into tags and not cards. So let's do that one. And then let's do kind of a short square one. To go in there with it. And the grandkids have had food, so now they're out there acting weird. I hear farm animal noises and barking. Lord only knows what game they're playing. Kids, they're so weird. That's all I'm saying. Ooh, this got some nice splotchiness on the back, too. Bonus. Okay. So, there we go. And then do I want maybe something a little plainer? Let's go right about there. Not quite that long. He's right there. Kids make the best pets. I don't know about that. The kids are a lot of work. There's all the fun, but then there's also all the, raising them to be decent human beings and all that stuff. Can't just have them and let them run amok. Some amucking is just fine. Kids need to run amok some of the time. But they also need structure and discipline and food and clothes. Oh my God, they're so needy. Okay, so I could have made that a little bit taller. Oh well. Okay. So there's what we're gonna do for there eventually. So we're just kind of roughing in some stuff tonight. I love this one too. I think maybe I want to do one of those triangles, or do I? Do I want to mess up I think maybe I want to do a tip in on this page. So I will save that for right now. What should we do though? Should we put something in here to mark this page as a tip in? I've got some purple stuff down here. What do I got for purple? I've got one of these. Okay, I have a couple of these. So let's take the half of that. I don't know, but that's my opinion on child. Maybe I went about it all wrong. I don't know. I failed apparently. Okay, so we may tip this in as an extra page, but let's put it right there so that we know. This is one of those wavy edge placemats, so that could be a fun addition. And then let's see, going back this way. I like that idea a lot. And that is a piece of eggplant cardstock. Got some pockets there. Not sure what's going on there just yet. Okay, then we've got a thing going on right there. So we could even put another small little image up here to beef that up a little bit. Gotta get a creepy kid. Told a lady at the grocery store to never take her kids to the zoo. People don't like to hear that kind of stuff. I know that for sure. For sure. I think we could. I don't want to do like every other page with something, and I don't want to add anything to that page. We could do, this has got something here, but we could do like a tip in maybe up here, flipping up that way. So let's see. What would be good? I got a bunch of purple stuff down here. It's kind of it's paper. I should have got out some black stuff out of my doobie-doo. Let me see. Hold on. I think I might know right where some colored stuff is. Although it is on the other side of the closet. Okay, that's not going to work. Okay, so I think what I could do in the meantime is take just a book page. Got a book block that I got from Elle's that she was like, do you want this? And I'm like, I don't know. Okay, so I'm just going to write on it what we're going to do. Let me find a marker. Marker. Do I have a marker? Of course not. I would have a marker when I want a marker. Do I have a black pen? Ooh, there's a black pen at least. Okay, so we want to do tip in at top of page. So probably one that's just like that wide. Half sheet vertical. And I think I want it to be like black or red. Because the page over here is purple. And I don't want it to be too matchy-matchy. So let's do black or red. All right, so now we've left ourselves a note. Oh, Carla, you never have to apologize for who you are. People don't like to hear bad things about their kids, but sometimes they need to, you know? You can't just let them run around like little heathens with no manners. It's like when we were talking about that at the Oklahoma Memorial for the building that got bombed, with the people with the young kids who were absolutely not paying attention to them, and the kids were just running amok through the memorial. And to me, it felt very disrespectful. I don't think that's appropriate. And the kids were old enough to have, to not be behaving like that, in my opinion. Okay, so I think this is going to be a page where we definitely want to put something extra on there. I think we could totally do one of the triangles. If I figure out where I put the triangle, here. Here's the triangles. So maybe let's do the polka dots. Let's do a polka dot. Ooh, we could do bats. Let's do bats because it's at the top. Some of Carla's favorite colors, black and red. So yeah, let's do a little tuck right here, and then we'll just do one little thing to tuck up under it. So we're going to have to, this time I'll ink the edges just because, you know, we don't want the inky police to show up on us here. No inky police. And I'm going to make an earnest effort to get into the closet and look for my Posca pens this week, so I can finally maybe do some doodles and some outlining and stuff the next time that I have one of these lives for this particular project. And the glue is over here, which I should get a drink of this water while I'm thinking about it. It is quite warm today. I was out in the garage doing paper stuff. Oh my word. It's a wee bit warm out there. I started on Thursday night after the live. I charged up my Fitbit that I got on Prime Day, and I've been wearing it ever since. Boy, do I not get a lot of steps. And my heart rate is a little high, so that probably means my blood pressure is a little high. So I've been keeping an eye on it. It's not like ridiculously. It's just more than it should be for resting. So I just have to hold this here for a minute. We'll try not to make glue snot all over everything. No glue snot. The cement was sweating. That's not good. Good grief. That's saying something right there. Oh, this is the start of a signature even. All right. I like the guy with his lobster hand. Guy in a hazmat suit. This is also the guy whose shadow is stalking him. We didn't have much in the way of humidity today. Let me see if I can get my tablet out and see what it says about life. Oops. Okay, let's. It's 103 right now. I think it might just updated to 100. All right, let's get the scissors over the edge of this. Make sure that it's nice and tacked down so it doesn't come off. Okay. Come on. I want you to go to the weather. Let's see. 0% humidity on Monday, 2%. On Tuesday, 16%. It might sprinkle on us. Hey, guess what? Was it yesterday? No, I think it was Friday. Yesterday was Friday. Yesterday, Els came running in. She's like, you have to come outside right now. I'm like, why would I want to do that? It's 110. It was raining. It was sprinkling just a little bit. And we sat out there for like 15 minutes and then it was over. But we had the thunder, the lightning, a strong enough drizzle to make the porch drip. So we consider that rain here. But it looks like we're sticking 107, 107, 106. And then it's dropping down when the humidity rises. The temperature always drops here close to 100. Oof. I don't know if I trade you, Carla. The humidities is bad. It's a bad thing. Okay, so let's take these two, I think, maybe. Or maybe let's do two skinny ones. Two skinny-ish ones. Okay, so let's round the corners. I don't know if I want to, unless it's actually raining, I don't think I want to live with a close to 100% humidity. You guys, up in Minnesota, though, isn't that like known for lakes? Is that the one? I think 10,000 lakes. Am I thinking of the right state? It's known for fishing too, maybe? No, just a tiny little bit about some of the states up there. But it's like Florida. You know, I was down in Florida for a little while. I lived in the Fort Lauderdale area for a little while. Not very long, just a couple of months. 75 and sprinkling in Wichita. I could live with that, Rebecca. I have secretly fallen a little bit in love with Wichita since we were there. And I wouldn't be able to move straight from here to there. But I think it's slowly wiggling its way into my brain as a destination at some point to live with for at least a little while, you know. It had, you know, it's a city, but it had still enough of a small town feel. It reminds me of Scottsdale before it started getting real gentrified. Yeah, I just liked the feel of the place, the energy of it. Okay, so I do remember correctly. I remembered something about a state that's not in the desert. Woo! So we're going to tuck these up in here for something to do in the near future, to put images or words or both. Okay. This is our human sacrifice page. It's just a ritual. It's a voodoo ritual. It's a healing thing. But we're going with human sacrifice because it's in the Krabby Journal. I'm just saying. This is our like tarot, palmistry, runes, you know, divination kind of page. And then this is Lego creepy alien invasion stuff. And this is a 1970s Halloween decoration. It used to have the whole, there's the hole for it, but it had the whole skeleton. They only had the head at the thrift store when I found it. This was on the trip from when I left Arizona to come to New Mexico. We found this on the trip when we were shopping with Janie. I still want to find a word to go right here to cover up this green spot. So this is a good refresher for things I need to like pull out. I need to pull out some words, a few more small images. I'm still looking for more Harley Quinns and a Bride of Frankenstein with the big hair, you know. Okay, so maybe we want to do a tip in here that's serial killer related or slasher film oriented, but I think I want it to be a paper one. So let's grab one of those book pages and I will be sure to get in my personal stash. And so I think I want to do it kind of like this. So here, so it'll be like that. So let's write on it this way. Tip in with, this is a red page and I have no idea what's back there. It was a book. So it's the Au Natural book going on right there. So probably black or falling leaves or purple here. And then if we want it to be serial killer or slasher film. You know what would be fun if I could find something from MTV's Scream series they did. I really thought they did a good job of that. I do need a Jamie Lee Curtis page. So I'm going to write down here MTV Scream or Jamie Lee. That would be awesome. Okay. Thank you, Carla. Suggestions always welcome. This is some of Liam's artwork in here. I'm struggling with this page. I'm thinking of removing it and just saving the image because this one just didn't work out quite right where it is in the book, or it got damaged before it was put. But this I think I'm going to remove and maybe tip in a new page there. This is our medical dictionary with some children's book pages. Same thing in here. We had bats at the beach. So there were some bats roasting marshmallows, riding on the ocean in those cardboard containers you get like French fries in. There they are doing some kind of bat acrobatics there. And then I love these ladies right here. This is Cinder Hazel or something like that. It's a Halloween Cinderella story that I still have some images for floating around somewhere. But I love this image of them. So do I want to? How long since we put in a tip in? There. So we could probably do something at the top of this page. Are we ready for maybe Maybe one of the triangles. We haven't done a polka dotty one yet. Maybe like just right there. Yeah, I think I like that. Well, I figure any place I go, even if I go to Oregon, they have snow there, they have ice. I'm not looking to like move to Minnesota where they might accidentally have 6 feet of snow. Nor am I interested in moving to Florida where they have so much humidity. It's permanent swamp ass. But uh, 11,000 huge ass marsh. It's a wow. Okay. Am I? Oh, you know what? Oh, I am on live chat. I thought maybe I was missing something. I'm okay with weather. I want all 4 seasons again. The desert really only has 2 seasons. It has like a smidge of a 3rd season, which is like, ooh, what's this? But it has, oh my God, it's so hot you could fry bacon on your face. Or, what was I thinking? Why do I even live here? We do have a nicer winter than, say, New York. But the trade-off is that right now, it's between 100 and 117 degrees. And that's not a terrible thing because there is not any humidity. And the heat without the humidity is a totally different thing. Does that mean I want to go running around outside in it all the time? No. But given my druthers where I would have to run errands regardless all times of the year, I would rather live here than Florida or Minnesota or South Carolina where, you get the close to 100-degree temperatures, but you also get all that humidity. You can have up to 95% humidity, 100%. It could be so hot that it's like steamy, Winter and road construction. Yeah, I feel you on that. Taking this road trip made me realize I should expand my openness to where I go a little bit because I really did enjoy Wichita, and Oklahoma was not bad, but I lived there for a short time. That's another place I've been. When I move, I want to kind of go someplace I haven't been. Love to go to Oregon, absolutely. I would give Wichita a shot. And so I'm realizing that I've been kind of narrow-minded about this. While I don't want to live in Humidityville, my options aren't quite as narrow as I thought they were. You know what I mean? Like I was purposefully limiting myself without really thinking it all the way through. Okay. So we're going to get up a couple of things to go in there. I think maybe there's a small one, and then let's do like a long, skinny one, longer than the other ones I've done. Okay. So I think that's about the right amount of skinny that I want. And we'll just trim a little bit off the bottom of that. So a move is still in the works. I'm probably just slowly going to move away from Las Vegas over time. Because once I get moved, I do need to get a car. Corner rounders, that's what you're looking for. I'm looking for a corner rounder. And I need to expand the business a little bit more and either get another side hustle or a part-time job, a real job. Which is part of the reason I have the Fitbit, is to get me off my butt more often. It's set to every 20 minutes vibrate if I haven't moved in any significant way, to keep me from just sitting in front of the computer with my mouth hanging open going, ooh. Let's see, New Mexico. I liked Albuquerque. It felt big to me. I don't know how big a city it actually is. Probably check in with Gene Peter on that. But New Mexico is kind of like a cross between the Arizona desert, the Nevada desert, and the Texas desert. It's not as shrubby as Texas, and it's not as cactusy as Arizona, but it's still very dry. It's a very high elevation, so I don't think they get a lot of rain, which is the problem with here. Is this is higher elevation than Phoenix, which doesn't get a ton of rain, but it does get more than it does here in Vegas. We almost never get rain. Since I've lived here, there have maybe been, and I've been here almost 2 years. In September will be 2 years, which really was a sobering thing for me to realize. This was supposed to be temporary by all accounts from all parties involved, and now I've been here for 2 years. Santa Fe, I have never been there. I can look into it though. I don't think at this point, aside from super humid southern states and super snowy northern states, and I don't want to go to California at all, nor Texas. I'm much more open than I was. So I still have limitations, things I don't want to do. But, so, what do you think about that? That looks kind of fun. We'll find some fun things to put on there. Maybe we could just do creepy words all up and down one of those. So let me, you know what? I have a list. What do I do with my pen? Of, I already added Wichita, and Oregon's definitely a thing. So Santa Fe. And next time I journal, I will add that to the list, and then I'll do some research on it. That's a small town. I knew what you meant. I've been to Hawaii, and it is lovely, but it's tropical. So remember, you're going to have humidity even there. I don't dislike the state of Texas. That's so big. You can experience almost every climate in the entire United States in Texas. So that's not a bad thing. I'd like to find a word to go over the top of this hat to cover the authors. But other than that, I kind of like this page the way it is. And I think this one has enough stuff. Except for maybe a couple of words, of course. This could still use words. No tip in there. Words for this page. I want the butternut squash to be showing, so I don't want to tip anything in there. I think this could definitely use a tip in, and I definitely need more Jokers and Harley Quinn. So I need to look at, I've been seeing more comics at the thrift store, but not the ones I'm looking for, because this page is all about Joker and Harley Quinn and maybe some of the other villains in the comic universe. But I think we could do a tip in here. So let's grab another book page. Humidity doesn't bother you. And I imagine over time I may be able to expand. Once I get out of the desert and I get used to the humidity again, I might not find it so. It's hard to imagine right now while I'm living in the desert. Just the Oklahoma, and they said they were having record humidity. I think we want to do like one that's like this sized that tips up like that. So let's go this size. Top of page, tip in, there we go. All right, so there's that. And maybe just for shits and giggles, we'll do one over here that's like that size maybe. Side tip in. Probably in black or gray. Black or gray on both of these. Okay, so let's do that. And then this page has largely been left alone. So you know what? I have to say, I knew I was allergic to olive trees, which is not a problem here, but I am allergic to something in this house because I can go outside and my allergy symptoms are not as bad as when I'm in the house. So there's something about the house. I don't know if maybe I'm more allergic to cigarette smoke than I thought I was, or if I actually maybe have a minor pet allergy that I've never been aware of. But because they have both cats and dogs, I have no way of knowing if that's a thing, or if maybe the vents are just super, you know, some places are just like that. But specifically this house, because I can go outside, we can spend a whole day outside. And when we were driving for Uber, my allergies were not as bad. But inside the house, there's something. And I have to say it's for everybody because Mike sneezes and he can sneeze up to 10 times in a row. And I've only ever seen him do that in the house. So I think there's something about this house, something in it, or a combination of, it's no longer smoke because they're smoking outside on the patio. And Mike did paint and deep clean the furniture and wash all of the linens and stuff. So it's may not at this point be smoke, but I've noticed also a downtick. So it could just be a combination of a minor pet allergy and an unperceived smoke allergy. Because right now I have to take my allergy meds at least twice a day and sometimes 3. Now I've had cats my whole life. So for me, I don't know that it's cats. I didn't start having allergy problems until we moved to Phoenix. And that's where I figured out I was allergic to olive trees and to broom, which is a bush type plant that can also be a tree like, and it has yellow blooms on it that are just heavy with the pollen. So before that, I never really had allergy problems. And I have to say on the trip, I did take my allergy meds every day, but I didn't necessarily need to take it twice a day. So I think there's just something about here. And I'm not saying anything bad against Mike and Alice. I just maybe never realized it about, hi JD. I just maybe never realized it about myself before now. So do we want to put something on here? Because we're putting 2 there. I kind of think I want to do maybe the other half of that purple. Yeah, let's tip in this other half of that placemat right there, and then we'll do something fun on that. So that's just kind of my thoughts. I don't know. Dogs 1 out of 5. I take the generic from, let me see if I can get it. I get it off Amazon. And it's like $14 for a full year supply, although it doesn't last me that long because I double up. I take this. It's Good Sense. I think it's the Walmart brand. I know it's a store brand from somewhere. But I'm overweight, 1, so I don't think the dose would work for me normally anyway. But I take this up to 3 times a day, 2 pills. And it makes a huge difference. When I don't take it, oh my God. I just want to like pluck my eyeballs out of my head. I think many people have that allergy, Carla. Many people. Okay, so if I do something, I want to do it on this page. And you know what? We only used this 1 time. So I think maybe I want to put this right here. And that's the edge right there. So let's trim that. But going on the trip and then having, I've just been thinking more about my health and stuff. So that's part of the reason I got the Fitbit, so I can see how lazy I actually am and maybe put something into action. It's some jobs before have done that to me, JD. No joke. When they were at their most stressful. And then I got sick, and then I got so much more agoraphobic and had more anxiety / panic attacks. I've been pretty good here because I know I have to be good because Els is also agoraphobic and prone to anxiety. We can't both be bananas at once. It's not good. Okay, let's trim the corner off here. Maybe save that as a step coming up. All right, now let's get some glue on there. Yeah, I believe you 100%. That is such a bad feeling when a job does that to you. But the Fitbit is going to help me figure out my current almost non-existent fitness level. Help me stay motivated to get more steps. Even if I just go out and I go around the block a couple times a day, that's a start on more than what I've been doing. Or just get up and wander around the house for no reason, you know. But to get me off my butt more often. And I do run around the tables in the garage, you know, quite a bit. So, see if that amounts to much of anything. I only did like 2,000 steps yesterday. You can whistle pretty well. The pandemic, I think, changed things for a lot of people with social anxiety. Because now people don't get so much up in your personal space as they used to. Hopefully that will remain as a side effect, because I like that people don't get quite so up in my face, so to speak. Not that they were being hostile before, but some people really have no personal boundaries. And I need personal boundaries to feel comfortable. So let's just let that sit there for a second and keep kind of smooshing on that. Yeah, I am totally a homebody. If I could find a job working from home that wasn't, you know, hardcore sales, or if I could just find a second side hustle to supplement my income with, that would work too. Like I said, if I can get a car, delivery driving becomes an option, because that's a minimal interaction. And now the norm is for people mostly to, yes, come in. Oh, it must be a children's. Yeah, yes. Oh, thank you.
I'm like, open the door. She's probably online.
Yeah, it's okay. They never open the door. It's okay. It's all good. Oh, I think I got a book. I forgot what I was talking about already. I am so easily distracted. I just dropped that book on my foot. Whoa, that is a big change, Carla. I cut the edge off that and still didn't open this bag. Good googly moogly. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is to read, but this is also for part of my fall stuff. I want to read it, and then there were none. It's been on my... I haven't quite finished all the Hercule Poirot novels, but I have finished the... What was her other, the old lady ones? Miss Marple. I read all the Miss Marples, and I was reading my way through the Poirot. I can never say it right with the right French accent. I had worked my way through most of those, and then I was going to read her standalones. But I got, I don't have a library card here. You had an yay, Amazon. Right. So mostly what we saw driving around was you leave it on their porch and you take a picture, or they just stick their arm out and grab the thing from you. It's not a high contact job, and most of the places have the food ready to go, so you're not even really having to deal with it there. So I would definitely, if I had my own car, I would go out on my own and do Postmates, Uber, whatever, or a combination thereof. So, because it's minimal people, and it's, while going up the stairs with a full case of water is a little bit much for me, I can do it. And as I get healthier, it'll be more of a thing. But most of it's just food deliveries, and I can do that. Not a problem. And that could supplement my income as well. You got rock and roll hair going on, JD. Woohoo. JD's a rock star. So yeah, I'm going to read And Then There Were None. And then this is going to be part of one of my fall projects. So yippee. I need a second copy too, though. But I only found one so far. All right. I think this is done. So let's see. What do we want to put in here for? We could do 2 or 3, I think. So we'll do that sized. And then we'll do another one of these long skinny ones. And maybe a medium size. Ooh, that's nice. A medium sized taller one, I think. So, all right. Wavy, long, annoying. I cut mine. I had Els cut mine. I asked her to. She cut mine to my shoulders. And then right before we went on the trip, Mike dyed my hair blue. So my hair is blue right now. And it's around shoulder length. Oh, that's nice, Renee. That's pretty much what she did. I'm like right around here. And so it's just a simple cut. And I'm much happier with it being short because it had gotten down to about the middle of my back. You want to see? Okay, remind me, Carla, towards the end of the thing, and I'll take the camera off and try and put it on my big fat face. I'd have to take it out of the ponytail, though. It's getting probably close to need to be colored again. Just because the darker colors never quite stay as long. And I have gray, so. Okay. But I will attempt to show you. I meant to take a picture like out in the sunlight while we were on the trip. And I always remembered that I wanted to do that right after we got in the car and buckled our seatbelts. So I think subconsciously I just didn't want to take a picture of my face. And mine is naturally a little wavy, so I kind of get poodle hair going on, but I like it at that length, or I have to go super short, like boy haircut short. I told you guys I had the Dorothy Hamill hair for like 89 years when I was a kid. Ooh, look at that. I got a little bit of a floral pattern on there. That's nice. I didn't know that it's creepy. Dead flowers. We'll go with it. It's dead flowers. It's a permanent color, but you know, when they're dark like that, they just fade faster than a normal hair dye. And I don't even wash my hair a ton. Like, I like some of the natural oils to be in it, so I don't wash it every day. Because I don't, and this is not a personal commentary on anybody who washes their hair every day. But if you have like thin hair or greasy hair, you would have to. But I don't like to wash mine every day. It's a personal preference. I know, I'm kind of getting it in before I maybe have to, like, it didn't matter if I'm going to do something like food delivery, because they're never going to see me. But if I get a more traditional job, then I want to like live it up for a little bit. Because I went on the trip and I got in the car and I'm like, look, it's a little old blue haired lady going on a road trip. So there was that. Okay, I don't think I want any tip-ins on this page. Maybe on this one, though. Probably at the top where those crows are upside down anyway. So what are we up for? We did that. So I think we're going to do a paper tip-in. So let's grab a book page. I think I want it to do like that other one, be roughly the size of the book page and tip up. Or it could tip this way. So there's that. So let's do that. Tip in. So this is a big red page with purple next to it. Ooh, apple green. Why don't we try some apple green? or black or gray. Tip in top or side. Okay. You've always wanted cherry bomb red. You know, I know employers don't want it, but it's so striking. And almost across the board, everywhere we went, Shaylee did hers two-tone pink and blue. And everybody got compliments everywhere we went. We only had one guy stare at us weird in one of the stops in Oklahoma, but he might have just been, a weird guy. Everybody else said positive things. I don't remember anybody like looking at, ew, look at that kind of look on their face or anything like that. And all the compliment, people would almost immediately, if we walked in somewhere, ooh, I love your hair, Oh, good luck, Steffi. I will keep my fingers crossed for you. I'm not very good at painting nails either. Ginger, there is no food in here for you. That hot dog is not for you. I know what you're doing. Nosy, nosy doggy, no. She pushes her way in. I don't close the door all the way. It's like saying I'm available if you want to talk to me. The door's closed. I'm probably laying down or I just want some quiet time. I do not want to cover up this vintage ad at all. I think I've maxed out what I want to do on this page, but I do need to trim this up and then maybe ink the edges a little more. I'm not super in love with this page, but I think some words might fix it. No, this is too busy for tip-ins. I don't want to block it up. Same with this one. This is so cute with them. This definitely needs some words. Words. Bride of Frankenstein. And then this is the front inside cover, so I don't want to put a tip in there. I definitely want to put this on the front and maybe a little something else to go with it. This is going to be my front with some other little stuff going on there. Let skin dry. Oh, that's a good idea, Carla. You like putting a stripe of teal in your hair, Renee? Teal is a very striking color. I've done this blue color, but I would like to do a bright purple, and I would love to go teal too. Just to have, and maybe pink one time, just to round it out before I maybe have to get a real job. But I was so anxious about the blue and, I don't know, because I've been telling myself for years I can't do that because most of the places I worked said you can't do that, like Carla's work, she's not allowed. And that's the kind of jobs I worked where you weren't allowed to do that sort of thing. So we've been on, according to that, 1 minute. I don't think that's true. For about an hour and a half. So I think we're going to call it. I've got some stuff planned. And I do want to do one of these cards is going to be eyeballs. It might even be googly eyeballs. I don't know. Probably in one of the ones in the pockets. The only other thing I didn't do was I didn't put in one of the spider web ones of these. So let's real quick find a place where we could put in the spider web one. Let's see. Maybe on here. Should we do it on here? Did we do one coming off this way? Let's do it like that, maybe. Let me look at what we did all the way through. Hold on. Hold the phone. Okay. Bottom. Top. Top. So I don't think I did the left or the right. So let's just go this way on here. Let's do it. Yes, I think I'm going to do one as eyeballs or googly eyes. Either way, I don't think there's a, whoops. I'm not going to ink that with the lid. You saw it live on thing. I tried to ink the pennant with the lid of the container. How awesome is that? Foibles in action. Right there. Sideways eyeballs. Yeah, I think because we haven't done one sideways on either side. I think I like it like right there. Right in the middle. Okay. I was sworn I did all top and bottom. Okay. Then we're just going to push some of that down towards the further. Try not to have it all smooshy. All right. And then let's put this under there because I just see that going all over the picture back there. Okay. So just hold that right there for a minute. Hey, Chris, how you doing? I am doing well. I hope you're doing good. We're just, wrapping up here, but we got a few minutes left. We're adding in future tuck spots and stuff. Hey, Louise, how are you? I saw that you are dyeing paper up there in Canada, and it looked yummy and delicious. So happy to have another fellow dyer. I love it when people get the bug. So there we go. I think let's smoosh it down with some scissors. Yeah. Let's abuse that tag with some scissors. Want to make sure it stays down nice and sturdy. Because this page is a little slick, so I'll just turn it this way for a minute. And so I can see if it's lifting anywhere. I can always poke through some little tiny brads too, if I have to. Or some little bits of string that I can let dangle off there. Wouldn't be that big a deal. I'm so glad. That is awesome. I hope that you'll continue to share pictures. I love to see how other people's papers come out. I know that's silly. I sell dyed paper and I'm like, ooh, other people are dyeing. I just, if you truly enjoy it, I am a huge fan of you doing it because I love it. Love it, love, love, love it. And, different people have different ideas and different processes and they get different effects. You can use the exact same ingredients and get different paper all the way around. It was a pretty fun trip, I've got to say. I had because, children aren't my favorite people, and Shaylee was going on the trip, and she turned 13 just at the end of it. But it was a lot more fun than I had anticipated, let's put it that way. I had a little bit of dread in me about taking a road trip with a teenager, but I have to say it was quite pleasant, and I enjoyed all the places we went. Good night, Renee. Sweetest dreams to you as well. Thank you for coming in and spending a little time with us. Yes, Chris, I sell dyed paper. It's my thing. All the paper that you see in here that's not like an image is my paper. So the purple file folders and it's hard to see now that it's all been covered over, but all of the stuff in here, the file folders and everything, that's done up. Oh, you know what? We need things for there, don't we? Got to put in a couple of things. Okay, so we've got two right here. So we'll go with that. Corners rounded. But yeah, I've got paper in the vats again. I've got paper drying. I've got so much paper to iron. And I'm going to have another sale on the 5th. I don't know if you guys are in here on Thursday. So on the 5th will be another sale. It's a Monday. And I'm going to have deli paper, the big square kind, and the 9x12 wet wax as well. Coffee filters in a variety of colors. The big and small mama and baby tags, either in sets or individually. And or, what else? There's going to be some tea-dyed stuff because I have a lot of tea-dyed paper to be ironed. And what else do I think is in those bins? There's some mystery things in the bins. And then also I'm going to go through the oopsies and uh-ohs between now and the 5th. So there'll be some packs of oopsies and uh-ohs. I have an entire box filled with oopsies and uh-ohs from around the beginning of the year until now. So there is that. That's on Monday, the 5th of July at 6 p.m. my time, which is 7, 8, and 9 across the country. I am in the Pacific time zone here in Utah. No, not Utah. Where am I? I am in Nevada. That's where I am. See how badly I want to go? I'm now making myself in other places. Okay. So I am motivated to stock my store and take on some new products. I've got like 5 or 6 or 7 new product ideas coming out. Yes. I have the damages and the torn pages and in every color just about that I've done between now and January. There will be a small selection of those. Plus just weird stuff that I found. All right, so I think we've got the roughing out done. There may still be a couple of tip-ins that I do, some small ones. But I think we've got everything roughly placed where it's going to go. And I will pull out some paper before the next Friday when we are going to be doing this again. It'll be next Friday, provided there's nobody having a major sale on Friday. Otherwise, it may be on Saturday, but I think next weekend is clear. That I can go on Friday night, which is my usual time. So we've had a good look through here. I've got an idea of what I need to look for. Definitely need to pull some words, some colored papers to do the tip-ins, search through some images. So I have quite a bit of work to do, but it doesn't all have to be done at once. I just need to be able to complete like one page every time we go live at least, or a couple of tags. But now that I have a better idea of where roughly placed everything is going to go, I think that'll be fun. And then I think I am going to go back and remove that one. Where'd that page go? The one that I don't like so much because, not that one. There's one of those that's this one, I think. No, nope, not that one. There's one of those that just is it never got seated in there right. So let's see. Not that one. Not that one. But it is one of those doily pages that's just not doing so hot. I think I'm going to replace it with this one. I think I'm going to pull that out of there as carefully as I can. I'm going to leave the lace because I don't want the other page to come out. But I think I'm going to remove that and put in something a little sturdier because this one, the other ones are fine, but this one, for whatever reason, maybe it's where it is in the book. I don't know. This one is having some hard times. Okay, so there is all of that. Anybody have any announcements or things they'd like to say? Keep it nice. Let's keep it nice. Gotta find some more Joker and Harley Quinn stuff. And I think A Bride of Frankenstein, and we need who did we say? Jamie Lee Curtis. We need a picture of Jamie Lee Curtis. It's going to be 6 p.m. my time. I'm on Pacific time, so that'll be 7, 8, and 9 across the country. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to that. And we're going to add in some of this wavy placemat pages. And then I will look through my stash and see what kind of fun colors I have. But I think we're there for tonight. We did some rough placement. We had a little chatty time. I still have, for the new book, I still have a whole set of these when I make the new book to use. And I still have just oodles and oodles of this, because there's like 5 of these and I only used like half of one. So knowing about how much it took, I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half so I can fit it in my bin a little bit better. So we have leftovers for a second book. I wish I was even better at it. I look at some people's collages and I just drool. But I do love collaging. It's one of my favorite things to do. So I want to thank you guys for coming in tonight and spending time with me. I will be live today, Saturday. I'll be live on Monday. Normally that's my sale or my Etsy store updates. But I think it's just going to be a harvest and a small collage day, because you don't really have anything going in the store. The next time stuff will go into the store is probably Friday, because I still have not found my battery for my camera like a dork. But so I may have a video coming out between now and Friday that'll show some Etsy store updates. Other than that, I hope you guys have a lovely evening. Thank you for coming and spending a little time with me and watching me babble and rough in some stuff for this fun book that we've been working on since last Halloween. Well, actually, probably last September, honestly. I hope to see you guys on Monday if you have the time and the inclination. Until then, however you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness, blessings, and love and light to you as well, Carla. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you the happiest of crafting. Bye, 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 bye. Oops. And the end. Good night. The end.